Alright, hey, welcome to another video. I'm sitting here on the Big Fork, they call this the Big Fork Alliance Trail. I thought, you know what, I should do a little video on beginners trail riding. But it's for people that are getting into snowmobiling and they don't really know much about it. You know, maybe somebody talked them into it, this is their first trip, and they want to know, you know, have some tips about how to ride and how to be safe. So that's what we're going to do today. Let's get going. It looks quiet right now, but you just don't know. I mean, it's a weekend. It's morning, so it's probably not as busy as it will be this afternoon. But still, you have to be aware that there are going to be snowmobilers out here. There are a lot of snowmobile tracks, so I know that there are a lot of people that have been out here. Something to watch for, always in your mind. Think there must be a snowmobiler around the next corner. When you come up to a corner, before you get to the corner, slow down a little bit. There's a lot of drag on snowmobiles. So all you have to do is just drop off the throttle a little bit as you're coming around a corner, and then it'll help you judge how fast you need to be in the corner. So here's another corner. I can slow down a little bit, and it doesn't take me as much effort to try to turn. If I wait too long to slow down, then it's too late. You'll go off into the weeds. Here's a good example where there was a down. If you weren't looking too far ahead, there was a hill going down and a curve at the same time, and so it's kind of a double whammy there, and something you have to, like I said, you have to always watch out for. A couple things you'll notice right away. There's a lot going on as you're going through here. I mean, the trees are whizzing by. There could be other snowmobilers going by. There's snowmobilers maybe behind you or in front of you. There's branches and trees. There's a bridge. There's a lot going on. And you might think to yourself, it's information overload. I can't absorb all this stuff. I'm having trouble figuring out what to do and when to do it. That's a good indication that you're going too fast. So you want to go the speed that you're capable of going. When you first start out, you want to go a little slower, and as you get more experience, then you'll pick up the speed, and you'll be surprised. All of a sudden, you're going quite a bit faster than you were before, and that's because now you're getting used to it. But there's really two things about that. So you get information overload. Things are going by too fast. That's your first indication to slow down. But there's another aspect to it, and that is you're not looking far enough ahead. So here if all I can see is this corner right here. But if I'm just thinking about that corner, if I'm not thinking about what's coming up after the corner, I'm already behind the machine. So things are going to come up a lot faster that way. I like to stand up when I come to a stop like that, just to make sure there isn't anybody coming. So try to push yourself to look farther ahead. I'm not just looking at this corner. I'm trying to see through the trees to the next corner. Here's a stop sign here. And there's the trail right there. All right, so really that's the most important thing, is looking farther ahead. Always try to push yourself to look farther ahead. Look way down there if you can. Sometimes you can't. So what does that tell you? Slow down. All right, so even if you're trying to keep up with somebody, there's somebody up ahead that you're trying to follow, and they just take off. don't necessarily try to follow them. Don't try to keep up with them. If your ability, if the little voice in your head said things are coming by too fast, they're coming by too fast, all right? You need to slow down. All right, so another thing that we run into is little bumps like that. And the best way to counteract all the bumps, one is to, you guessed it, slow down. But the other thing is to stand up a little bit. If you see a bump coming up, you don't even have to stand up all the way. Just kind of get up off your seat a little bit. And that will help that bump, that'll help you absorb the bump. There's a couple of, let's see if there's anybody behind me. Okay, the way that your body is positioned has a lot to do with how the snowmobile handles. So if I lean with the snowmobile, I can corner tighter and flatter. If I turn and a ski comes off the ground, and you can feel the ski come off the ground, then that's a pretty good indication that I'm going a little too fast in that corner, and I need to lean. So here's a corner, I can lean like this, and I can corner better. If I took that corner and accelerated a little bit, I don't think I can do it. The ski comes off the ground, all right? So the way that you position your body, but there's a trick to that. So I think beginners, okay, you're going to be pulled back as you accelerate. You're going to kind of lean back like this, and then you're going to try to turn. If you do that, you're not going to do any good. Where's the ski? The ski is up here. So you want to lean up here like this, all right? If you look at racers are never leaning back here like this. They're always up here like this, all right? And these snowmobiles are so good that you can get away with not leaning a whole lot. But I don't know if you noticed, what I'm trying to do is move around a little bit more so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. And again, the closer you can get to your skis, the better you're gonna lean, control, your speeds. Another trick that does not seem completely obvious when you first start riding, you might not realize this, but when I turn, I don't just pull the handlebar with one hand or push with one hand. I'm pulling and pushing at the same time. So what you got to do is you're constantly pushing and pulling at the same time. I'm always pushing and pulling. One more tip for beginners when you're trail riding. You're on a trail like this. It's nice and wide and fast. It's not really that wide, but it's nice and fast. Everything is going well. Somebody is ahead of you and they pulled way ahead. And you're like, I need to get ahead. But you know what? I want it. My hands are really, if there's a problem, pull off to the side. All right? Pull off to the side, stop the snowmobile, and then make your adjustments. Don't try to make adjustments while you're moving. Distracted driving, is kind of a big thing for automobiles, but in snowmobiles, it's critical. It's very important. So if you need to do something, check something, pull off to the side, and then you can go ahead and make your adjustments, and then everything will come back to normal. All right. While I pull off to the side here, I want to say thank you for watching. I hope for beginners that this gives you a few tips that you can use to get to enjoy yourself and make riding more enjoyable for everybody that you're with. Snowmobiling is a great way to enjoy the outdoors, and I really hope that I see you on the trail.